Visiting my mother-in-law is always a delightful experience. The serene atmosphere created by the chirping birds, blooming flowers, and insects in the grass is truly indescribable. As I walk around the property, I can't help but notice my mother-in-law moving gracefully in her swimsuit. Eliana, as she is known, has a stunning physique, and the outfit she chooses perfectly complements her beauty. While her style of dressing may be unconventional, it certainly emphasizes her figure. However, I must admit that her presence can be distracting, preventing me from focusing on even the simplest of tasks. Nevertheless, watching her attempts to draw attention to herself is intriguing and amusing. Fortunately, I've found solace in wearing comfortable shorts that alleviate most of my concerns. However, one quandary remains constantly watching Eliana. While her swimsuit may not be as noticeable when I'm sitting under a tree, she persistently manages to get my attention. One day, she leaned against the fence and inquired about my brooding mood. I made a joke, explaining that her very presence prevented me from doing other things. We laughed, and she felt satisfied that teased her son-in-law, a frank swimsuit. Mother-in-law began to complain that there is no one to help at home to make repairs. Her husband, my father-in-law, is always somewhere on the road, then fishing, then with friends all day playing cards. But I think that the father-in-law has a young mistress, so with her, he spends all his free time, and the mother-in-law deceives that fishing with friends goes away, in general is not when he does not do the house. As the mother-in-law said, "All hope is in you, son-in-law. You will help me in everything." Eliana herself knows that her husband goes out, that he does not miss any girl he meets. Until the evening, the mother-in-law was tormented by the problem of her husband's absence and clearly decided to take some action. Several times, she started a conversation about her husband's infidelity, about his promiscuity towards women. I agreed, calling all men and my father-in-law, in particular fools who only think how to cheat on his wife. And when in response to a call from my mother-in-law with a proposal to come to my wife's house, I again referred to the busyness. That's when Eliana decided to take revenge. Terrible revenge. As soon as it got dark, my mother-in-law made a grand entrance, dressed up in her best outfit and even put on lipstick. We sat by the pool, where I served her a martini and myself a beer. Our conversation started with construction problems, but soon turned to personal matters. She couldn't contain her anger over her husband's infidelity, expressing a desire to meet his mistresses and physically hurt them. Fortunately, alcohol was already pouring in rivers, and there was no way to go to the city. The last bus had left hours ago. Eventually, the mother-in-law calmed down and decided to reciprocate her son-in-law's advances in order to take revenge on her husband. Simply put, she had long thought of cheating on him, but had not found a good reason until fate presented her with the opportunity. The moral dilemma was set aside and retribution followed. The next morning, the mother-in-law woke up satisfied as she had spent the night seeking revenge on her unfaithful husband with the help of her son-in-law.